Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 2. My name is Dewi Maryamitha M, index number 45, and my friends are Vlovenvio, index number 69, and Syalsa Putri, index number 72. We will present to you about idiom. Definition of idiom. An idiom is a figure of speech established by usage that has a meaning not necessarily deductible from those of the individual words. Idioms are a type of figurative language, which means they are not always meant to be taken literally. Idioms express a particular sentiment, but they don't literally mean what the individual words themselves mean. An idiom is a saying that is specific to a language. For example, an idiom in English doesn't translate to an idiom in Spanish. Idioms are not always grammatical. Since idioms are born out of popular usage, they are not always logical, and they don't always follow traditional grammar patterns. This is because the phrase itself carries the meaning of the idiom, and not the individual words in the phrase, regardless of each word's grammatical function. For example, this is a life and death situation. Something that is life and death is extremely important, but the phrase itself is illogical. A situation can't be life and death. Similarly, a phrase like "it's not you, it's me" is technically ungrammatical. Idioms are not complete too. As with any phrase, an idiom itself doesn't create a complete sentence. They require additional context to give them meaning. For example, beat around the bush. This idiom is not a complete sentence. It's the idea itself that is the idiom. One might make it into a complete sentence by saying, "Don't beat around the bush" or "He's beating around the bush." Idiomatic expressions. Idiomatic expressions are used in communicating. These are useful when trying to convey a feeling or emotion. Some of them are funny and lighthearted.
There are three types of idiom. The first is partial verb, the second is preposition idiom, and the third is partial idiom. Partial verb. Some partial verbs that cannot be guessed into the meaning of their constituent component, or in other words, are idiom. This group is often confused. The solution is to memorize partial verb, meaning idioms that are commonly used in everyday life. If several sentences of partial verb. While studying, si drop off, artinya ketika sedang belajar dia tertidur. The subspace full has run out, artinya BBM premium telah habis. Preposition idiom. Many prepositions can be used with several words or parts to form idiom. These prepositional idioms typically begin "are" or end with a preposition. Prepositional idiom can function adverbially, adjectively, or verbally, and may come at the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence. Idiom that start with preposition. Idiom that start with preposition from prepositional first, meaning they must be followed by a noun or noun first. Idiomatic prepositional verbs are able to function either adverbially or adjectively. For example, Chuck visit his grandparents from time to time. Adverbial preposition first. The second is the city is in danger. Adjectively prepositional first. Idiom that end with preposition. An idiom that contains a verb and end with preposition can be classified as a partial verb. Like normal partial verb, describe are ancient in sentence. They are written as verb plus preposition or verb plus particle plus preposition. For example 1. I turned down the job offer. It's a verb plus preposition. The second, he is beginning to get along with his stepfather. Verb plus particle plus verb, verb plus particle plus preposition. Okay, patrilidium. Patrilidium is an idiom in which only one of the words that is actual meaning. The other has a meaning that is particular that the particular sequence. The example, I suppose they will not take the liberty with you. It's mean, kurasa mereka tidak ingin menyinggung perasaanmu.
I'm Syalsa Putri and I will continue the explanation about idiom. I want to tell you about the examples of common idiom. Cry over spilled milk. This idiom has a meaning don't regret something that happened, or supposing like rice that has become porridge will not return to rice. Therefore, don't regret something that has happened because it will be useless. Example, you have broken it now. It is no use crying over spilled milk. Get out of it. When you feel the conditions around you are out of control, express it with this idiom. Example, the party just got out of hand and the guests started to throw bottles at each other. Pull a rabbit out of a hat. When you hear this idiom, you will definitely remember a magic show. The meaning of this idiom is to do something unexpected or seems impossible. Example, I thought we were certain to lose, but my partner pulled a rabbit out of his hat and we finally won the competition. Once in a blue moon. Have you ever seen a blue moon? When something very rare happens, you can say this idiom. Example, we used to see him all the time, but now he just visits us once in a blue moon. Feeling under the weather. If you are feeling uncomfortable or sick, you can use this idiom to explain your condition to others. Example, I think I'm going to have to take the day off work. I feel quite under the weather today. A piece of cake. This idiom has nothing to do with food but suggests something that is easy to do. Example, it's a piece of cake to beat him in a race. I'm definitely a lot faster than him. Hit the books. To say that you studied really hard, use this idiom. Example, I'm going to hit the books because I have an examination coming up soon. Pull yourself together. When you feel worried or confused and can't think straight, then you have to pull yourself together or calm down and behave appropriately. Example, I understand you've had a bad day, but pull yourself together and get on with your job. Will you? And the last slide is about the summary of our presentation. So I will tell you about the summary. What are idioms? The definition of idiom is a phrase that has a meaning greater than its constituent parts might suggest. In summary, an idiom is a feature of speech, a phrase that should not be taken literally, used to express a particular sentiment and also specific to a particular language, group or region. That's all for our presentation and I hope you guys enjoy this video and get the information. See you!